one red, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the mother dudes. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the mother dudes.
I'm 5'7".
Dress size?
Size 14.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
220.
Oh, not the big, not
See, people think I'm rude when I make my questions, but what I'm saying
He's
is that
hilarious.
your expectations versus
Danger
what you
Zone!
physically bring to the table
R.I.P.
versus
the Godfather,
financially what
Kevin
you
Samuels.
want from a man are completely out of whack. And apparently you didn't learn anything from your marriage that you walked away from.
I did. I learned a lot.
But
I was
doesn't sound like it. Because you're still talking as if a man who's making $120,000 in Arkansas has to prove something to you. Let me tell you what he has to prove to you: that he can make $120,000 damn dollars in Arkansas.
But I'm more like this. Is that's one reason why I would like to continue to work. Or because, okay.
What difference does it make if you continue to work, if he's got to pay 80% of the bills, ma'am? You working means nothing if you're paying 20% of the bills. Zero. Because if he stops, the house falls apart. Your 20% is a tip. What is your 20% going to do, man? Tell us. What's it going to pay? What is 20% of a mortgage? 20% of a light bill? 20% of the car note? 20% of the insurance? 20% of retirement? 20% of vacation? What is 20%?
My 20% is only going towards the bills, but
I said no, ma'am. I said of the financial load of the family. I didn't say towards the bill. I said of everything. See, that's what men sign up for. We sign up to have to pay for everything. And you ladies want to put your money in specific things. Nope. Just like you can't spot reduce on a body, you have to reduce totally. You have to provide totally. And your 20%, and even if you can pay 20%, let's just say you can cover the rent. It doesn't matter if you have no utilities and food, man. Meaning you're not going to be making enough to support the family. Your husband would have to carry the lion's share of the load.
Okay.
And that kind of man ain't going to have to prove nothing. You got to prove to him that you're worth him carrying the lion's share of the load for.
Okay,
crickets. You should have had the crickets.
I see where you're coming from.
Okay. That's all I'm saying is you
The
ladies
straight
got to start
crickets.
realizing that, especially when you're at your age, you're not in a power position. Honestly, you guys, the closer you get to 35 and older, you're at the age where you take what you can get. And I'm not supposed to say that, but that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you marry a guy who's earning what the average American man earns?
Yes.
And what is that?
Like
what does the average American man earn?
Around about 50.
Average American white man, average American black man earns closer to 40.
Okay.
And you marry him at 40, marrying 40?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then together, what would your household income be?
140.
Huh?
140.
140. So 140. So 140. So roughly 2/3 is yours. So every time the mortgage is due, you're writing 2/3 of the mortgage. He's writing 1/3. Every time the groceries have to be paid, you're paying for 2/3 of the groceries. He's paying for 1/3. The kids need braces. You're paying for 2/3. He's paying for 1/3. Every single dime that is spent, you are paying 66 cents, and he's paying 34 cents. And you would be a cooperative, submissive wife to this man.
Yes.
I don't believe that more than the man in the moon. You didn't even want to quit going to school for a man you was married to. I mean, anybody believe that?
So when
He
you're
said anybody
young,
believe
you
that?
do young and stupid things.
Okay.
And
Well,
you-
okay. Let's just say if that's just say the case, then why aren't you? If that's the case, man, Arkansas is littered with men making $40,000 who would love $100,000 wife and love you to pay 2/3 of the bills. You shouldn't have no problem.
Right.
She ain't looking.
But I have to actually get out there and date.
I tell you, she ain't looking for
And
nobody.
that's something I haven't been doing either.
She think
Why?
a nigga gonna come and knock on her door.
Why?
Well, because I've been more
Hey,
so
you need to date?
focused on getting
Hey,
back
can I date
into
you?
doing my therapy and everything
she
else
going to
like that.
therapy?
So I
You got
haven't.
divorced 5 years ago. You were married for 6 years. You don't have a long relationship history.
Nah.
Right.
Let's just be honest. You haven't been focusing on. You've been focusing on yourself. It hasn't been a priority.
No, I haven't made that a priority.
Okay, well, then you also got to factor something else into it. Your relationship skills have atrophied.
Okay.
When I say you ladies are not in a power position, that offends some women. But what I'm showing is you ladies just seem to think that you can just go out and get a man. And it's not.
That's definitely what they think.
You still got to go out and compete. And I got news for you. This is going to bother a lot of women aren't. You still going to have to compete for those $40,000 a year guys.
Right.
So, my ultimate point is a man does not have to climb a wall. You have to lower your wall in order to make a connection with somebody. But thank you for being honest. We're going to get on to the next person.
Right.
I would say this. You need to hire a personal trainer.
Yes.
Are you doing that this year?
I am starting back going to the gym and everything.
I said a personal trainer, not going to the gym. When was the last time you're how tall again?
5'7".
5'7". When was the last time you were dressed size 4 or 6?
I have never been on dress size.
Yeah, you have. You didn't go to sleep as a little girl and wake up as a woman.
No, it was probably when I was very young. But
my point is you are not. I'm not saying not capable, but you're not qualified to get you down to the weight you need to. That's why you need a professional.
Okay.
You ladies always think you can see. When I'm talking to women who think they can do everything.
Of course.
I just said, when you going to hire a personal, are you going to hire a personal trainer? You said, no, I'm not going. Yeah. And translation, nope, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to look at some videos and I'm going to try to cobble this together. No, take some of that $100,000 you make and hire a personal trainer and drop down to a dress size and to be in your fighting weight and give yourself a chance to find a man that you would deem as appropriate and he would deem you as appropriate. Because, ma'am, you weigh more than a man at your height. A 5'7", men weigh about 155, 160 pounds. You're almost 100 pounds more than a man.
Okay.
And these things are important because I'm talking to you and I'm talking to women in the audience. So you ladies can start understanding that, like it or not, men are very visual. Men want what they want. And it's not just the top earners. Go back in our grandparents' generation and our great-grandparents' generation. Women who were domestics, cleaning white folks' floors, was still fit.
Right.
And they were still feminine. So there's no excuse for modern women not to do at least what women in segregation and pre-seg and post and after slavery did.
Totally different mentality than men.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
I'm feeling, but that totally different mentality from there to now. But yeah, he was right. Sound like she had a good man, a great life, and she chose her degree over starting a family and building. So I think a lot of women do that. And I've met, let's say in the past year, I've probably met at least, when I say met, I don't mean met them personally and kicked them with them. I'm just saying like had a conversation with at least five, I would say at least 5 women, 5 or 6 women who've been married, who were married and got divorced, and they were all the ones who pretty much got the divorce. Now the stories are all different. Some of them say they were cheated on. Some of them say it just wasn't working. They got married too young, whatever. But it's crazy because when most of them talk about when it came down to it, it was them who put the papers in for the divorce. Now don't get it twisted. I know there are definitely circumstances that women have to get up out of, abusive relationships, stuff like that. You know, we're not talking about those. We're talking about the relationships where, you know, like old girl, like, you know, somewhere there was probably an ultimatum. Maybe the man made it, said, hey, it's either me or the degree. And she said, well, I got to get my degree. So it happens. Appreciate the love. Thanks for stopping by. www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. That's our website if you want to go there and check us out and see what some of the things that we're doing in the community, some of the things that we have coming up this spring, some of the classes that we're offering. So really appreciate the love. Peace.